Hey guys, what's up? Pig Mom here again, and today we're talking about if guinea pigs are the right pets for teenagers. So let's get started. The idea for this video has been forming in my mind for a while, but I came across a post on a guinea pig forum that really solidified what I've been feeling about the topic. The post comes from a member of the forum who's feeling tired and frustrated at the number of irresponsible guinea pig parents posting for advice and help, and more often than not, they're minors, which is anybody who's under 18, who have very little money or control over their environment. And often this leads to guinea pigs suffering since these posters often can't take much of the advice due to their age and circumstances. I'll put the full post on the screen for you to read. I've covered guinea pig care requirements in great detail on this channel before, and based on my research and my own experience with my own girls who make up our female herd, it's my opinion that anyone under 18 to 20, so until they're post high school, shouldn't have guinea pigs as their own fuzzy family members for several reasons. And if you're watching this as a teenager yourself, or if you're a parent or anyone who has a teen in their life, stick with me here and I'll explain. Firstly is maturity. Following essentially the same logic that determines the age laws around getting a tattoo, getting married, driving, drinking alcohol, buying cannabis or tobacco, gambling, voting, and whether you're tried in a crime as an adult or minor. Even the social rules around topics such as having children are usually recommended as things that humans should do after they've reached a certain age. And this is due to brain development and our understanding of how human brain development works and has determined that most adolescents' brains have reached mostly full maturity by the time they reach 18. Though more recent studies say that full brain development does not complete until your mid-20s. In teenagers, this lack of full brain development we usually refer to as immaturity. And while it's completely fine for teenagers to still be young, carefree, and immature, that changes as soon as you add living animals to the mix. It's hard enough as a teenager to be able to wake up on time for school every day and get their own things done, let alone looking after animals. Even in seemingly responsible teenagers will still rush through a chore to get to move on to a more fun activity. I can't stress enough how okay this is. They're still kids, they're still learning, and while they should eventually become responsible adults who can get up on time and have to prioritize chores and mundane tasks over fun things, for now, it's not fair to the teenager or the guinea pigs to have them suffer while you or your teenager is still learning. Since if you've watched any of my other videos or researched guinea pig care, you'll know their daily care is a lot, and no matter how busy or sick you are, you have to take care of them. Since forgetting to give them hay, veggies, or cleaning their cage, or foregoing a wellness exam, which is a quick daily exam to try and ensure there's no health problems starting, can very quickly result in a guinea pig becoming ill or possibly dying. Overall, it's a lot of responsibility to put on someone so young unnecessarily. Saying that, though, I know there are a lot of great parents who are willing to take most of the responsibility for their kids, and that's great, but I still recommend proceeding with caution. If you, as a parent, are willing to take the responsibility of these guinea pigs for the next decade or so, great. But this leads into my next point, which is that having guinea pigs does tie you down whether you're a teenager or a parent. Guinea pigs live for about 8 to 10 years, some even longer with new medical changes, and that's a big commitment. Teenagers' lives change so much between ages 12 to 18, and that's a good thing. You're getting out there, experiencing new things, maybe even a new sport or interest. But as life gets busy, it's so common that guinea pigs get sidelined and rehomed. If you play rep sports, you'll know there's a lot of travel involved. Or even if you just love traveling, it can become problematic with guinea pigs, since they can't be left home alone for honestly more than an 8-hour day, due to the fact that they become ill quite often in their lifetime. And by the time they are showing symptoms, it's already a critical emergency. Even if there are other family members home, it's honestly just not fair to expect them to care for your animals simply because you share a home. and this can lead to resentment and guinea pigs being treated poorly. Life changes are inevitable, but more often than not, teenagers end up not being part of the decisions, and sometimes as minors, that's just how it is. Parents divorce, and new homes or living situations don't always allow for pets. Or there's always move for good things like career advancements or opportunities that can often leave guinea pigs homeless since it's extremely common to rehome pets for these reasons. But it's one of the biggest reasons I never recommend bringing home a pet of any kind if you don't have that much control over your life or living situation. There are outlying circumstances where tragedies do occur and rehoming is the only option. Lastly, in the category of life changes is college or post-high school plans. A lot of teenagers do plan to pursue post-secondary education, and this can make it extremely difficult since most dorms don't allow pets or don't have a large enough space to properly house guinea pigs. As well, there are potential issues with roommates due to guinea pigs' need for a scent-free environment, which includes smoke, scented candles, wax melts, body spray, etc. These will all cause respiratory infections, not to mention allergies with roommates and other household members. And often, finding an apartment on your own that will allow pets and that you can afford is difficult. If you have an arrangement with your parents that they will take full care of your guinea pigs while you're studying, this is great. But honestly, I don't recommend this option since there are a lot of changes again between first and fourth year of college or university, and especially if you live out of state or province, basically anywhere that's not in a reasonable driving distance, you may not end up coming home as much as you plan, and if your parents are willing to take care of your pigs for the remainder of their lives, this is great. But more often than not, parents may have other children, careers, or life plans, and if they're not totally on board with this is another really common way guinea pigs can end up rehomed. Next is money. The truth of it is, guinea pigs are extremely expensive exotic animals, and especially vet bills, which can very quickly run into the thousands. I'll link my video about their dietary requirements, but essentially, guinea pigs should have unlimited timothy or orchard hay, since it's the main part of their diet. And by large amounts, this means literally a large pile that they can fully burrow into, along with an eighth cup of pellets, which are fortified with nutrients and vitamins. Oxbow is currently the best brand for this in North America, along with a metric cup of veggies per day per pig. So 2 pigs equals 2 cups of veggies. The biggest issue that I see here with teenagers is even if they are working, they're definitely not making enough to support guinea pigs' weekly and yearly care requirements. Working even a couple of days after school, especially with prices raising, just can't keep up. Lastly, are other members of the home. When you're a teenager and you don't live in your own home, it's hard to fully be able to control what goes on, and this can be detrimental to your pig's health. Logically, especially if you have siblings, if you're allowed to have pets, so are they. And this can pose a risk, especially if another family member, even a parent, brings home a predator pet, such as a dog or cat. Guinea pigs are never recommended to be in a home with any other predators. There have been unfortunately numerous cases of guinea pigs being killed by dogs or cats, even accidentally. And though you can shut the door or put a lid on their cage, it only takes a second for something to happen and a guinea pig to end up fatally injured. And it does happen, and I've said this before, but I don't wish that tragedy on anyone. I also don't recommend guinea pigs in a household with younger children under the age of 7-ish. Since children are still young and learning, they have accidentally in the past injured or even killed guinea pigs from stepping on them, sitting on them, or dropping them. And this is another situation where even with a lid on the cage, keeping your guinea pigs in a separate room often isn't enough. I've seen several cases where a young child figured out how to open the door of a cage and then accidentally dropped the guinea pig, causing internal injuries. And in some cases, the guinea pigs were euthanized. Overall, my opinion is due to their immaturity, lack of control over their life, finances, and the general chaos that is teenage life, that teenagers wait until they've at least graduated high school and gain some maturity and can decide what they want to do with their lives before bringing home guinea pigs. Anyways, guys, I'd love to hear in the comments below what you think about this topic and if there's any other point that I didn't go over. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.